Genesis 1 and 2 are two chapters from the book of Genesis, which is the first book of the Bible and describes the creation of the world and humanity. Here is a detailed summary of each chapter. Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the surface of the deep. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, so he separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. This was the first day. On the second day, God created an expanse called the sky to separate the waters above from the waters below. He called this expanse heaven. On the third day, God gathered the waters below the sky into one place, creating the seas, and caused dry land to appear, which he called earth. God also created vegetation such as plants, trees, and fruits, each according to its own kind. On the fourth day, God created the sun, moon, and stars to govern the day and night, to mark seasons, and to provide light on the earth. On the fifth day, God created living creatures in the waters and birds in the sky, each according to their kind, blessing them to be fruitful and multiply. On the sixth day, God created living creatures on the land, including livestock, wild animals, and creatures that crawl on the ground. Finally, God created humankind, both male and female, in his own image, and he blessed them and gave them dominion over the earth and every living creature. God saw everything he had made, and it was very good. This concluded the sixth day. On the seventh day, God rested from his work of creation and sanctified the day as the Sabbath, a day of rest. Genesis 2. This chapter provides a more detailed account of the creation of humanity. It describes how God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed life into his nostrils. Making him a living being, God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and care for it. In the garden, God caused every tree to grow that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. Two specific trees were mentioned, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God commanded the man that he could freely eat from any tree in the garden, including the tree of life. But he was not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for if he did, he would surely die. God observed that it was not good for the man to be alone. So he created the animals and birds and brought them to the man to see what he would name them. However, none of them were found to be a suitable companion for the man. Therefore, God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep, took one of his ribs, and formed a woman from it. When the man awoke, he recognized the woman as his own flesh and called her woman because she was taken out of man. In the concluding verses of Genesis 2, it states that the man and woman were both naked, and they felt no shame. These chapters lay the foundation for the creation narrative, describing the order and process of creation, the establishment of the Sabbath, and the unique creation of humanity is the pinnacle of God's creation.